Hello and welcome to National Focus. I am Julian Morris. Tonight, the 2026-2027 National Budget in focus. From the biggest personal income tax cut in Dominica's history to business support, lower import duties, geothermal energy and the government's vision to grow the population by 100,000 by 2040. We highlight some of the measures expected to affect every household and business. The details after this.
Escape to Dominica this winter and embrace the warmth of our authentic, natural hot springs. Whether for deep relaxation or therapeutic healing, Dominica's volcanic springs offer an experience like no other. Choose the temperature that's right for you, from soothingly cool to luxuriously hot. A variety of natural hot springs await in the heart of Dominica, the nature island.
Welcome back. Working Dominicans are set to benefit from the largest personal income tax reduction in the country's history. Among the major tax measures announced in the 2026-2027 national budget is a new flat personal income tax rate of 10%, replacing the current three-tier system beginning January 1, 2027.
It is therefore my pleasure, Mr. Speaker, to propose that effective January 1, 2027, the government will replace the income tax rates of 15%, 25%, 35% with a single flat rate of 10%. Mr. Speaker, this is a sacrifice the government is making to support the working people. Mr. Speaker, it is the most significant income tax relief ever granted to the people of Dominica.
The minister says the measure is intended to leave more money in the hands of working people while simplifying the country's tax system. Workers earning up to $30,000 annually will continue to pay no personal income tax. Those earning above the threshold are expected to see significant reductions in the amount deducted from their salaries. Government estimates that someone earning $4,000 a month will keep an additional $900 a year, while a person earning $5,000 monthly could save up to $2,500 annually. Higher income earners are also expected to benefit from substantial reductions in income tax.
A household with two earners, each bringing in $4,000 per month, could retain a combined $150 per month or $1,800 per year before any other applicable deductions. One family may use the savings for shopping, another to procure a mortgage or health insurance, another may decide to save some more for rainy days or reduce their debt, while others may start a small enterprise or pursue studies. The choice is yours. In short, Mr. Speaker, the relief gives the household more room to make it.
The Finance Minister also announced another major change to the tax system. Beginning next year, residents and non-residents will only pay income tax on income earned in Dominica. Government says removing the tax on worldwide income is expected to make the country more attractive to retirees, remote workers and investors looking to establish themselves on the island. The budget also introduces changes to firearm licensing fees. Effective October 1, 2026, the annual fee for a firearm license will increase to 1,000 East Caribbean dollars. According to government, the adjustment reflects the cost of administering and regulating the licensing system and forms part of a wider review of selected government fees and charges. The tax measures are among several fiscal initiatives contained in the 2026-2027 national budget, aimed at increasing disposable income, attracting investment, and modernizing the country's tax framework. The measures form part of a wider package of reforms outlined in the national budget. Government is extending tax relief on essential goods while introducing changes to reduce the cost of importing products into Dominica. The measures announced in the budget are intended to ease the cost of living for households and improve the ease of doing business.
I am pleased to announce that the existing VAT exemptions and import duty waivers on the covered essential goods will be extended for a further 2 months until 30th September 2026. Importers, wholesalers, and retailers are expected to continue to pass this benefit on to the consumers.
The VAT exemption and import duty waivers on selected essential goods were introduced last year to cushion the impact of rising global prices. Government says although international shipping costs and supply chain challenges have eased somewhat, external pressures continue to affect small import-dependent economies like Dominica. The Finance Minister says government will closely monitor prices to ensure consumers benefit from the concessions and that the savings are reflected on supermarket shelves. The budget also introduces a permanent change to the way taxes are calculated on imported goods. Beginning October 1st, government will end what is known as tax compounding. Currently, VAT and excise tax are calculated not only on the value of imported goods, but also on other charges, including import duties and service fees. Under the new system, those taxes will be calculated only on the cost, insurance, and freight value of imported goods. Government says the move will simplify customs calculations, reduce import costs, and improve the efficiency of the clearance process.
Mr. Speaker, effective October 1, 2026, government will end this practice. Excise tax and VAT will instead be calculated solely on the CIF value of imported goods. This This measure is a practical example of government reviewing its own systems. Government also has a clear expectation where relief is granted, it must be passed on to the consumer.
The Finance Minister says the extension of VAT and import duty relief, together with the end of tax compounding, forms part of a broader package of measures designed to lower the cost of living, reduce the cost of doing business, and ensure more of the savings reach Dominican families. Beyond tax relief and business support, the budget also places strong emphasis on long-term national development. You are watching National Focus. More when we return.
October is just around the corner. Time is running out. Get confirmed today.
Welcome back. Coming up, the national budget also looks to the country's future through a new population growth strategy. But first, Dominica has reached a major milestone in its transition to renewable energy, becoming the first CARICOM country to generate electricity from its own geothermal resources. Delivering the 2026-27 national budget, Minister for Finance Honorable Dr. Irving McIntyre said the achievement places Dominica among a select group of countries worldwide as only the second small island state to develop a geothermal power plant. The Finance Minister reported that in June this year, 68% of the electricity supplied by Domlec came from renewable sources, with 43% generated by geothermal energy and 25% from hydropower. He says the shift is reducing the country's dependence on imported fuel while helping to lower electricity costs for households and businesses.
In June of 2026, 68% of the electricity supplied by Domlec came from renewable energy. 25% was hydro, while geothermal accounted for 43%. Mr. Speaker, that is clean energy being supplied to our homes. A reduction in the volume of imported fuel and lower electricity costs for every Dominican homeowner and business.
Dr. McIntyre said government has also strengthened the island's electricity network through new substations and high-voltage transmission lines linking the geothermal plant with the hydro stations and the Domlec's distribution system. He noted that the geothermal plant has successfully completed reliability testing and is now approaching commercial operation. During its first 3 months of operation, the Independent Regulatory Commission will monitor the plant's performance and its impact on electricity prices. The Finance Minister added that the government is already exploring additional geothermal resources in other parts of the island to expand future energy production.
Our investment in geothermal energy is therefore a strategic investment in energy security, economic resilience, and Dominica's ability to exercise greater control over its own development.
The Finance Minister says expanding geothermal energy will help reduce dependence on imported fuel, improve the stability of the electricity system, and strengthen Dominica's long-term economic resilience. Government is launching an ambitious plan to rebuild Dominica's population and strengthen ties with Dominicans living overseas. Presenting the 2026-2027 national budget, the Minister for Finance, the Honorable Dr. Irving McIntyre, announced a national population renewal and global Dominican engagement program aimed at increasing the country's resident population to 100,000 by the year 2040. The initiative is designed to encourage more Dominicans to return home while attracting skilled professionals, entrepreneurs, retirees, and remote workers to live and invest in the country.
This government goal is to increase in Dominica's resident population to 100,000 by 2040. Government will therefore establish a national population renewal and global Dominican engagement program to address 3 related needs: rebuild the resident population, reduce the skills gap, and create practical ways for the wider Dominican family to return, invest, serve, and settle here.
The program includes legislation that will allow people with at least one Dominican-born grandparent to apply for citizenship beginning January 1, 2027. Government will also establish a global Dominican talent register, introducing a free 2-year Live-in Dominica resident visa for eligible remote workers and retirees, create a one-stop service for returning Dominicans, and fast-track residence permits for professionals in critical sectors. The Finance Minister says government also intends to strengthen the connection between citizenship by investment citizens and Dominica while introducing additional incentives to encourage long-term residency and investment.
These measures provide practical routes through which Dominicans at home and abroad, returning families, skilled residents, and responsible long-stay visitors can help rebuild communities and strengthen the country's economic base.
Government says the broader policy package will also include land for residential development, incentives for second home ownership and retirement living, streamlined investment services, and development plans for new residential and commercial communities. And now your weather update. A high-pressure system is expected to be the dominant feature over the next 24 hours, leading to a dry and more stable atmosphere with a reduced chance of rainfall. Saharan dust concentrations are expected to increase from Thursday night. Marine conditions are forecast to remain slight to moderate during the next 24 hours, with waves reaching around 3 feet along the west coast and up to 5 feet along the east coast. Conditions will remain generally favorable for marine activities. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on X, formerly Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Julian Morris. Thanks for watching.